In this lecture, I want to pretty much give away everything that happens in the course to give you a shortcut to how I find the best courses fast. Now, I'm not going to show you how I watch them optimally. You'll have to dig into the course for that. But for now, let's go to Udemy, and I'm going to show you how I find the best courses for the best prices. And that is by messing around with the Udemy filters. I don't know if you've done this at all, but you go up on Udemy, we just went there, and I say, what's a topic? Writing is a popular topic for me, actually. I published several courses in that venue, and I write writing. I'm interested in that. Now, the first thing is, let's back up, and as I type writing, you'll notice that several other helps on constraining my search criteria pop up. So if I'm more interested in creative writing or writing fiction or technical writing, writing nonfiction, content writing, which is blogging, writing skills, how to write a book is pretty specific, and then business writing, I would pick each of these extensions. Now I'm going to go write it, and I would do that just by clicking on it like that, and it would go creative writing. Now I'm most interested in going broad with this. I'm just interested in writing, let's say. So I enter that. Now, notice that you have these search criteria of ratings and duration. And what I'd recommend is that you just completely ignore those. Okay? Let's move over just a little bit. By the way, this is the new interface as of August 9th, 2019 at 8:25 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Udemy changes their interface quite often, so that's the timestamp for this particular recording. So we come down here to all filters, and I click on that, and notice all these filters. So the first one that I'm most interested in, okay, first of all, the far left, topic language, this is about what it's about, not what language it's in. So if you didn't constrain your keyword writing to blog or whatever, you might want to constrain it here. And notice, when I entered the keyword writing, it said there's 4,281 results. That's way too many. That's why I'm going into filtering. I'm not going to be able to look at 4,281 results, but if I filter, I might get this down to a number of results that are worth looking at. So topic, okay, maybe writing a book or copywriting or Amazon Kindle, English grammar, blogging. Yeah, I guess these all kind of apply. But you could also type these in by using the search result expansions that Udemy provides you with. Now, next for me is actually what's next important? Ratings. I want the best courses, so I want 4.5 stars or up. And I click that little thing, and it does some massaging, and notice how suddenly I'm down to 1,171 courses. Those are the ones, and you can see it here, it says 1,171 for that rating. Those are the only ones that apply to that. Now, if I say, give me English, that'll cut it down by 2 courses. Okay, so now we're down to 10,079. Captions and quizzes I don't care about. I doubt anybody else does. And I want this to be beginner. That brings me down to 291. Now, the thing that I like to keep track of is whether it's free or not. And it looks like free just disappeared. Yeah, that's interesting. There are no free for the writing category. So I'm sorry. Let me reapply this. I want this to be beginner, English, and 4.5 or above. Now, since we don't have free to be concerned about, you're going to be paying for this course. The next thing that I would be concerned about is the duration. So look, you have 2 courses at 17 plus hours that are beginning courses in English that are 4.5 or above. Whoop, excuse me. And I would say apply that search filter. And here are the 2. And they have nothing to do with English. So what I would do in this case is I would go and notice here I can clear all filters. and then I can add the filters again. So what I want is, once again, let's go. Should I go for English grammar or write a book? Writing? I still like writing, and I like the English language, and I like 4.5 or above. What does that get us down to? 1,000. That's too many. Let's try 7 to 17 plus hours and apply that. There we go. Now we're getting into the ballpark. Here's a 7-hour course that's 4.5 and a lot of reviews. So that's got to be really popular. I doubt I even show up in here because I'm not quite up to a 4.5. But you can see how you can play with these filters. That's what I do most of the time with. Well, not most of the time. That's what I do with my initial time, is I play with the filters to get the best deal that I figure that I can get out of the filters. Now, once the filters are through, then I go, okay, now one at a time, let's go through them and let's review them and see whether they're worth watching. But the filters at least let me narrow it down to the longest, very best courses. So I highly recommend that you use this technique of search, once again, search for this longest string that you can find. So I really should have said, whoa. I really should have said writing a book. And then from there, although I'm number 1 in writing a book, I would go to the search results and I would say, okay, topic. Well, I already got that pretty specific. Level, I'd like beginner. I'd like it to be in English, and I'd like it to be 4.5 or above. And let's see what we get left with. All the 17-hour courses. Let's see what that gave me. Writing Python. Oh, didn't even get me near writing. And this happens sometimes. So you clear them all, and you go back to your filters and again. And let's say just give me the 4.5s and above in writing. You can actually do them one at a time and see what that gives you. But this is the way I spend a lot of time in all filters digging around after I type in the most specific keyword up here in the search field that I can. And that's how I find the best courses at the best prices. This is the fastest method. Watch the rest of the course to find out the rest of the details. And I'll see you in the next lecture.